In this episode of the Video Igniter Show, I'm going to teach you the number one thing you could do to improve the conversion rate of your marketing videos. Lots of marketers use A/B testing to improve their website and conversion rates, but rarely do people think about A/B testing the main video on their homepage. The three most beneficial things you can A/B test in your video to improve its overall conversion rate are testing different thumbnails to see what gets more people to click play. You can test different introductions to see what hooks people into watching longer. And you can test different calls to action at the end of your video that people can click on, like download our app or sign up for a free account. I'll start by showing you how to A/B test different thumbnails for your video, and then I'll explain how the same method can be used to A/B test other parts of your video. To test your video thumbnail, you'll need two different thumbnails for your video that entice people to click play. You'll also need two copies of your video uploaded to a video hosting site. I recommend using Wistia because you can start using it for free, and their stats and analytics enable you to see what percentage of people who visit your site are clicking play on your video, and they also tell you how long people are watching your video. After you upload two copies of the video to Wistia, go to the Customize section and upload thumbnail A to the first copy of the video and thumbnail B for the second copy. Once that's done, grab the embed code for version A and version B of your video because you're going to need those in a second. You're also going to need to copy a small piece of code that randomly displays version A to 50% of the people who visit your website and version B to the other 50% of the people who visit your site. Right now, the code works on sites that run PHP, and soon we will add more versions you can use on websites that don't run PHP. To set this up, copy and paste the code into a document, and in the first section of the code where it says delete this line, replace with embed code for video A, delete that line, and then paste in the embed code for version A of your video. Then repeat this in the second section with the embed code for version B. Finally, take the whole piece of code and copy and paste it into your website in the place where your video is currently embedded. That's it. Now you can sit back and let your video run for a few days so it can collect some data. When you're ready to review the stats and analytics to see which version gets more people to click play on your video, search for a stat called play rate. That's the percentage of people who visit your website and click play on that version of your video. Whichever version has a higher percentage of plays should become the default version of your video. When you're confident you have a winner, you can remove the code I had you add earlier and simply embed whichever version of your video has the higher play rate. Now, if you're interested in A/B testing different intros for your video, repeat the same steps. However, instead of uploading different thumbnails, you're going to upload two different versions of your video with different intros. Paste their embed codes into the special code like I showed in the first example, and then paste the whole thing onto your website. When you want to figure out which version keeps people watching your video longer, take a look at the stat called average engagement. This tells you how much of the video your average viewer watches. Whichever version has the highest average engagement should become the default version of your video. If you want to test different calls to action at the end of your video, upload two versions of your video that have different endings. You could test different ways to ask the viewer to sign up for a free account, or maybe you want to test two completely different things, like click here to download our app versus click here to watch another video and learn more. In order to figure out which one people click on more, get the link for people to click on to download your app and the link for the page where people can watch the other version of your video to learn more, and paste those links into a site called Bitly. It will shorten the link for you, and it's going to enable you to see how many times people click on that link. Next, go into Wistia and in the Customize section for each video, add a clickable call to action at the end of each video and paste in the appropriate Bitly link for your viewers to click on. After your video has run for a few weeks, take each of your Bitly links and add a plus sign in front of them, and then paste each one into your browser. These modified links will take you to pages that show how many times each link has been clicked on, so you can determine which call to action is more effective. That's all for this episode. Thank you for watching, and if you want to support the show, share it with someone who will find this useful, and you can subscribe or like the content on any of these channels.